The galaxy had already made its decision. Earth was going to die. Far beyond the solar system, in a place where no human eye had ever seen, a massive alien command station floated in the darkness of space. Inside, hundreds of alien officers stood in silence, watching a small blue planet on their glowing screens. That planet was Earth. To them, Earth was nothing special. It was small, primitive, and divided. Its people fought each other. Its leaders argued. Its technology was weak compared to the rest of the galaxy. The alien officers had seen planets like Earth before. Young species always believed they were important. But they were wrong. The galaxy was old. And it had no patience for weak and dangerous species. At the center of the command station, a tall alien commander stood with his hands behind his back, staring at Earth. His face showed no emotion. He had already made his choice. 7 days. That was how long Earth had left. 7 days until the alien fleets arrived. 7 days until human cities turned to dust. 7 days until humanity became nothing more than a forgotten memory. Around him, massive warships were already moving. Thousands of ships, silent and deadly, traveling faster than light. Each ship carried weapons powerful enough to destroy continents. Earth had no defense against them. No warning system. No chance to escape. On Earth, everything was normal. People walked in busy streets. Children played and laughed. Families ate dinner together. They looked at the stars with curiosity. But they did not know the stars were looking back. They did not know death was already on its way. The alien commander watched human broadcasts. He saw their news, their wars, their arguments. He saw their weakness. This species was not ready. This species was a future threat. And threats had to be erased early. It was the law of the galaxy. But then something unexpected happened. A signal appeared on the command station sensors. It was weak. Very weak. Almost nothing. One of the alien officers noticed it. At first, he ignored it. Humans sent signals into space all the time. It was pointless. Childish. Primitive. But this signal was different. It was directed. Intentional. The officer became curious. He opened the signal and listened. At first, there was only silence. Then, a human voice spoke. The alien officer froze. His body stopped moving. His breathing slowed. The other officers noticed him. They asked what was wrong. He did not answer. He only listened. Again. And again. Fear slowly appeared on his face. This was impossible. This was not supposed to happen. He quickly sent the signal to the commander. The commander listened carefully. His calm expression disappeared. For the first time in his long life, he felt something he had not felt in centuries. Uncertainty. The room became silent. Every alien waited. No one spoke. No one moved. Because the human signal had changed everything. Earth was no longer just a primitive planet. Earth was now a question. And questions could be dangerous. Far away, on Earth, the human operator sat alone in a small station, looking at his equipment. He did not know aliens were listening. He did not know the galaxy had chosen to destroy his world. He only did what humans always did. He reached into the unknown. And the unknown had answered. The countdown to Earth's destruction had already begun. But now, for the first time, the galaxy was no longer sure if destroying humanity was a safe decision. The Galactic Council was older than most stars. It was formed millions of years ago. Its purpose was simple. Protect the galaxy from dangerous species. Maintain order. Prevent chaos. Inside a massive circular chamber, the leaders of the most powerful alien civilizations sat in silence. Each one was different. Some were tall and thin. Some were small and covered in armor. Some did not even have physical bodies. They existed as pure energy. But they all shared one thing. Fear of the unknown. At the center of the chamber, a glowing image of Earth slowly rotated. A small blue planet. Beautiful. Fragile. And dangerous. One alien leader spoke. His voice was cold and calm. Humans are unstable, he said. They fight their own kind. They destroy their own world. They are not ready. Another leader responded. But they are evolving too fast. They improve faster than predicted. They survive things that should kill them. The chamber became quiet again. They had been watching humans for a long time. Long before humans invented electricity. Long before humans built cities. The council had seen human history. They saw humans fight wars. They saw humans survive plagues. They saw humans rebuild after destruction. Again and again. Humans refused to disappear. Most species gave up when faced with extinction. Humans did not. This made them different. This made them dangerous. Another alien leader stood. His species had destroyed entire star systems in ancient wars. Even he sounded cautious. Humans are weak now, he said. But they will not stay weak. They learn too fast. They adapt too fast. If we wait, it may be too late. The council understood this risk. They had made this mistake before. Millions of years ago, they ignored a primitive species. That species became powerful. It grew angry. It attacked the galaxy. Billions died. Entire planets burned. The galaxy almost fell. The council never forgot that lesson. Never again would they allow a threat to grow. Earth was now on that same path. A path that ended in destruction. The council had studied human behavior carefully. Humans were emotional. Humans were aggressive. But humans were also creative. They invented new technologies quickly. They improved weapons quickly. They explored without fear. Even when they were weak, they dreamed of the stars. This was not normal. Most primitive species feared the unknown. Humans chased it. This made the council uncomfortable. One final vote was called. The chamber became silent. One by one, the alien leaders made their choice. Destroy Earth. Destroy Earth. Destroy Earth. The decision was unanimous. Earth would be erased. Not out of hate, but out of fear. It was the safest option. It was the logical option. Moments later, the order was sent. The alien war fleets received their command. Move to Earth. Prepare for planetary eradication. No warnings. No communication. No mercy. Earth would disappear before it ever became a true threat. But far away, on the alien command station, the commander still listened to the human transmission. Over and over again. Something was wrong. Something did not match their predictions. Humans were not supposed to know. Humans were not supposed to reach this far. Yet somehow, they had. The commander looked at Earth again. For the first time, he did not see a weak planet. He saw a mystery. And mysteries could become disasters. The galaxy had already made its judgment. But judgment could still be a mistake. Far away from the alien fleets, on the quiet edge of Earth's solar system, a small human station floated alone in space. It was old. It was not a military base. It was not protected. It had no powerful weapons. It was only a listening station. Its job was simple. Listen to space. Record signals. And send human signals into the darkness. Inside the station, one human sat in a small room filled with screens and blinking lights. His name was Daniel Reyes. He was just an ordinary signal operator. He was not a soldier. He was not a hero. He was just doing his job. Most days were boring. He listened to empty space. He recorded silence. Sometimes he heard natural signals from stars. Sometimes he heard nothing at all. But that night was different. One of his screens showed something strange. A signal. It was faint. Almost invisible. Daniel leaned forward. His heart beat faster. He had never seen this before. He checked the system again. It was real. It was not human. It was coming from deep space. Daniel did not know aliens existed. Humans had never confirmed alien life. But Daniel felt something important was happening. Something big. He began recording the signal. He listened carefully. It was not random. It had structure. It had order. It was artificial. Someone had sent it. Daniel felt nervous, but also excited. For the first time in his life, he was not listening to silence. He was listening to something unknown. He made a decision. He would respond. He prepared a return transmission. His hands moved slowly. His mind filled with questions. Was someone out there? Was humanity alone? He did not know. But he had to try. He activated the transmitter. A simple human signal left the station. It traveled into deep space, carrying human data, human mathematics, human language, human identity. Daniel waited. He did not expect an answer. He did not expect anything. He only stared into the darkness. But he did not know. Far away, alien sensors detected his signal immediately. Inside the alien command station, alarms activated. Officers turned toward their screens. The human signal was clear, intentional, direct. The alien commander watched carefully. This was not random noise. This was not accidental. This was a message. From humans to the galaxy. The alien scientists began analyzing the transmission. They expected primitive data. Simple information. Nothing dangerous. But what they found shocked them. The signal contained advanced mathematical patterns, complex structures, clear intelligence. Humans were not blindly shouting into space. They were reaching, searching, learning. The alien commander felt something he had not felt before. Concern. Humans were progressing faster than expected. Much faster. This was not part of the Council's prediction. This changed everything. If humans had reached this level already, how far would they go next? How fast would they grow? The commander stared at the small blue planet on his screen. 7 days remained. 7 days until Earth's destruction. But now, he was no longer sure if humanity was truly weak. And uncertainty was dangerous. The human transmission spread across the alien command station quickly. Every officer, every scientist, every commander listened to it carefully. At first, it sounded simple. Just numbers. Just patterns. Just basic information. But the deeper they studied it, the more uncomfortable they became. This was not the signal of a dying species. This was the signal of a growing species. Alien scientists began a full analysis of humanity. They opened ancient records. They watched human history from the beginning. They saw early humans fighting wild predators. Weak bodies. No natural weapons. No claws. No armor. No protection. Humans should have gone extinct. But they did not. They survived. They adapted. They learned. They created tools. They created fire. They created weapons. They became stronger. The alien scientists continued watching. They saw humans survive ice ages. They saw humans survive global disasters. They saw humans survive their own wars. Even when millions died, the species survived. Even when their world was broken, they rebuilt. This was not normal. Most species collapsed after such damage. Most species disappeared. Humans endured. This made them different. This made them dangerous. The alien commander watched silently. His concern grew deeper. He saw something even more troubling. Human progress was accelerating. Their technology was improving faster every century. Then every decade. Then every year. They went from simple machines to spaceflight in a very short time. This speed was unnatural. This speed was unpredictable. Unpredictable species could not be controlled. Unpredictable species could not be stopped easily. One alien scientist spoke with fear in his voice. If they grow this fast now, he said, What will they become in 100 years? No one answered. Because they all knew the truth. Humans would become powerful. Very powerful. The transmission proved something else. Humans were curious. They were not hiding. They were searching. They were reaching into the galaxy without fear. They were not waiting to be discovered. They were discovering. This was the behavior of a future explorer. A future conqueror. The alien commander felt something he had never expected to feel toward a primitive species. Fear. Not fear of what humans were now, but fear of what humans could become. If the galaxy destroyed Earth now, they might remove the threat. But if they failed, if even a small number of humans survived, they would remember. They would learn. They would return stronger. Humans had already proven one thing. They never gave up. They never stopped. Even when facing impossible odds, they continued forward. The commander looked at the countdown clock. 6 days remained. 6 days until Earth's destruction. But now, the mission no longer felt simple. It no longer felt safe. Because the galaxy was no longer facing a weak planet. The galaxy was facing humanity. And humanity was no longer predictable. The countdown continued. 6 days remained. Across the darkness of space, thousands of alien warships moved silently toward Earth. Their weapons were ready. Their orders were clear. Destroy humanity. Erase Earth. End the threat before it could grow. But inside the alien command station, something had changed. The confidence was gone. The certainty was gone. In its place, there was doubt. The alien commander stood alone, staring at the image of Earth. The small blue planet looked peaceful, fragile, unaware. He remembered the human transmission. Its patterns. Its intelligence. Its meaning. Humans were not as blind as the Council believed. They were learning. They were reaching outward. They were preparing for the future. The commander activated a secure channel. He contacted the Galactic Council. The ancient leaders appeared before him. Their forms calm. Their expressions unreadable. The commander spoke carefully. Humans are progressing faster than predicted, he said. They are not ready now. But they will be. The council remained silent. They listened. They watched. They calculated. One council leader finally spoke. Are they a threat now? The commander paused. He thought about the human operator. Alone in a small station. Reaching into the unknown. Without fear. Without permission. Without hesitation. He answered honestly. No. The chamber became quiet. Then another leader asked. Will they become a threat? The commander did not answer immediately. Because he knew the truth. Humans were different. They survived impossible odds. They adapted faster than expected. They improved without limits. They did not accept weakness. They overcame it. Finally, the commander spoke. Yes. The council understood the danger. But they also understood something else. Destroying humanity now could prevent a future enemy. But it could also create something worse. If humans discovered the attack. If humans survived. They would never forget. They would never forgive. Their anger would grow. Their strength would grow. And one day, they would return. The council had seen this before. Destroyed species sometimes became the most dangerous survivors. The risk was too great. The decision was no longer simple. Moments passed in silence. The fate of Earth, the fate of humanity, hung in the balance. Finally, the council made its choice. A new order was sent. All alien warships stopped. Their engines powered down. Their weapons deactivated. The attack was cancelled. Earth would live. For now. The galaxy would watch humanity. They would observe. They would wait. They would prepare. Because humanity was no longer just a primitive species. Humanity was a future power. Far away, on the small human listening station, Daniel Reyes sat quietly. He looked at the stars. He wondered if anyone was out there. He did not know. He could not know that his simple transmission had just saved his entire species. He was just one human, doing his job, reaching into the unknown. But his signal had done something impossible. It had made the entire galaxy stop. It had made the galaxy afraid. Humanity was still young, still weak, still learning. But one day, humanity would rise. And when that day came, the galaxy would remember the moment everything changed.